Today I'm sitting down with Bree, and this is one of those conversations that feels really close to the heart. Bree is a hairstylist turned founder, but her story goes far beyond business or skincare. Her journey weaves through loss, illness, single motherhood, and a long, intentional road back to health, clarity, and intuition. She's the creator of a truly clean, toxin-free skincare line rooted in ancestral ingredients like beef tallow. But at the core of her work is a desire to help people feel clear in their bodies and connected to themselves again. I'm really honored to hold space for this conversation. Hey friend, I'm Jessica, and this is With My Whole Heart. I'm a real-life woman juggling a lot of real-life things, raising girls, running a hair salon, chasing big dreams, and doing my best to stay grounded through it all. If you've ever found yourself in the thick of it, somewhere between who you've been and who you're becoming, this space is for you. Here, we talk about the middle, the messy, meaningful, beautiful middle. The big leaps, the small wins, the hard lessons, and the heart-led pivots. From business and beauty to faith, motherhood, and everything in between, nothing's off limits. So grab your coffee or your tea, get cozy, and let's dive in. Because this journey, we're walking it together with our whole hearts. Hey, Bree.
Hello.
I want to start at the beginning. Before the brand, before the healing work, what was the environment you grew up in like, and how did you think it shaped the woman you became?
That's a big question.
It is. It's loaded.
Yeah. Well, I grew up in a home where there was a lot of addiction.
Mm-hmm.
And but I really want to start by saying that I have total forgiveness.
Yes.
And acceptance for everything that happened. And I also feel like it did shape me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm extrapolating the wisdom that came from that. And I also understand where my parents came from.
Oh, for sure.
They had their own wounds and trauma from their own messed up upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
And they did the very best that they could.
With the knowledge they had.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I never want to appear as a victim to that or that they are responsible for anything, for all of my problems in
Right.
life. Yes.
Yeah.
But my dad was an addict. He was, oddly enough, a compulsive pull tab gambler.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Okay.
kind of crazy.
Yeah.
You know, like he would spend like thousands of dollars a night on pull tabs, and he himself.
Thousands.
Yeah. And he'd win a lot.
Yeah.
And he'd lose a lot.
I mean, I would hope he's winning some.
Right.
Yeah.
He was really, really controlling and abusive. He was also experimented with lots of different types of drugs, and was a binge drinker. And he got my mom pregnant and married her, and then blamed us children for not being able to work out or take care of himself anymore, because he actually used to be a bodybuilder.
Interesting.
So I do have that in my gene
Yeah,
pool.
that's your thing.
Yeah. And but then he's like, "Well, here, I did all this for you." Like, he took no responsibility in the pregnancy.
Oh,
So
shocking.
I know. And what ended up happening is, so he grew up and he was a natural athlete.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a lot of potential to be a great hockey player. And, around these parts, like, hockey is everything. But he overslept and he didn't go to practice. And he let that dream kind of dwindle.
Mm.
So fast forward, he has these 2 children, my older brother and I, and then a third baby comes. And this baby, Parker, is pure potential.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent athlete. And my father has this wound where he wants himself to be successful, and so he puts it all on my brother's shoulders.
Mm.
And this poor baby boy could never really live up to the expectation, and also didn't really want it, but also got a lot of accolades from doing it.
Yeah.
And so my dad lived, or this wound lived vicariously through this boy. just to give you an idea of how unhealthy it was, my mother's mom died when my little brother was like 14. And my dad was like, well, he's obviously not going to the funeral. He has a hockey tournament.
What?
Right. But you can see like just the pain
Yeah.
that's involved in that for both my father. Like in his mind, he was being an excellent father.
Right.
And he was going to help this kid reach his full potential, all while fulfilling his own desires.
Did your dad have any diagnoses, like mental health things that you know of?
No, but clearly,
Yeah.
I mean, so my little brother did. He tested as a genius. And my dad is also incredibly articulate, very smart. He doesn't read well, but he can hear something and he will know everything. I mean, he will absorb that information.
Wow.
He has got so much skill. There's so many beautiful things about him. He's also incredibly charismatic. He was a UPS man. Okay. And everybody fell in love with him.
Oh, for sure.
Everybody. I mean, he had a lot of positive attributes, but, you know, I don't know how he was clearly using, you know, to deal with something. The using was the answer. There was a problem.
Self-medicating.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So what did you learn early on about your worth or safety growing up in a home that maybe, you know, you're talking about having a younger brother who probably got a lot of the attention, at least from your dad, a dad who was addicted to many things. What did you learn about that, about your worth and safety?
It's really interesting, you know, from the work that I've done on myself to relook at that. But what happened is everybody sort of internalized my dad's dysfunction. And so my mom was just holding everything together. Like this was survival. So she saw me as someone who was really strong, even as a young person, because I've always been sort of the black sheep of the family. I'm the one who's like, you're addicted to drugs. Like,
call it out.
Yeah, this is not cool. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, and so then I became the scapegoat for everything because the family then couldn't function in its dysfunction. Yeah. But she would see me as someone who could handle it. Like, I don't have to worry about you.
You've got it.
You've got it. So if everybody is mean to you, you're gonna come out on top. And some degree, that was a self-fulfilling prophecy. And also I learned that I was not valuable. And the way that they thought about women is really hard to understand. But my dad is like, now as this older brain, I can kind of understand it. He was a short man.
Okay.
And there is a short man syndrome, you know? And so he internalized like women rejecting him all the time. And so he has this chip on his shoulder for women. Yep. And that got put onto me. And also about how we look. Like weight is a huge thing for him. And so growing up, they would call me, which I now think is kind of funny, but also terrible. Like I would never do this to a child, but they would call me like fat and tubby and stinky, and everyone would just laugh about it. Because Stinky. I mean,
tubby?
And they're even hard things to say because there's so much shame around that. Yeah. Like, you're so fat, you're so worthless. But again, I'm the one calling out everything that's going on and not being manipulated by them. And so, of course, I have to be the bad person. Yes. And so you have to take me down as much as possible so that I don't have the strength to say what I'm going to say and
what
stop
I need
the
to say.
dysfunction. Yes. So, yeah, I mean, so I learned, which you'll probably appreciate and understand, because I learned how to make everybody else love me. That was not in my family circle. Yeah. So that skill has helped me dramatically for the rest of my life. And it's helped me in hairstyling. Yeah. Develop other relationships, create other families. Yeah. Outside of my family of origin. Yeah. But it did shape me to think I'm not valuable. I'm not worthy. I'm ugly. And I'm fat. And I did always struggle with my weight because we grew up in the 90s. I don't know if your family was like this, but the 3 things we drank were grape Kool-Aid, grape soda. Tang, Diet Coke.
Yeah.
We didn't even drink water.
No, water was... I didn't start drinking water till I was an adult.
Me, I don't remember ever having a glass of milk sometimes at dinner.
Oh, milk.
Milk was like the healthy drink.
Quote unquote. Yeah. And Tang. Tang was like our main thing. No, it's true. And just everything processed that we were eating. And it was like pot roasts which are good, but like potatoes and it was
corn
always
was the vegetable.
Yes, and corn, canned corn. Yes. Not even fresh corn.
Dunkaroos. Fruit by the foot.
Dunkaroos.
All the cereal, like cookie cereal, Fruit Loop cereal.
Captain Crunch.
That's all you
ate.
You come home from school, you'd have a bowl of cereal.
Yep.
So, I mean, I did get addicted to processed food and it did show up on my body.
Oh, for sure. Which is why we all have so many issues. Wonder why I have Hashimoto's.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, oh my gosh. All right. So I love grounding people in where they came from because it gives so much context. So thanks for sharing that. Where did creativity or self-expression fit into your life growing up? Actually, I want to pause there. I want to rewind a little bit. Mm-hmm. You talk about your dad, and was your brother kind of in on that too? Like, did it become like they would tease you? And how did your mom handle that?
So what she does is bury her head. So it's when things are too hard for her, because you have to remember it's her survival too.
Yes, because she's probably dealing with it as well.
And she's dealing with the abuse.
That's how she's being treated.
Yes. So she's internalizing hating the feminine, and that's coming onto me because she sort of has to maintain that line and that philosophy, because that's like the family philosophy. So she just kind of pretends it's not there.
Yeah.
And okay, the positive side of that is I can take a joke.
Yeah.
You know, I can hang out with a bunch of guys and have fun.
Yeah.
Where a lot of other women are so offended.
Like everything has to be so politically correct.
Yes. And I mean, like, I appreciate that I was exposed to a lot of comedy, and that, you know, there's a thing that happens in masculine culture that I actually kind of love, where you join a group with a bunch of men and they give you a razzin. They make sure that you can rise to the occasion and that you're not going to just fumble under pressure.
Right.
And to some degree, I mean, that can have its positive and negative sides, but I'm glad I had some of that.
Because you can stand up to that.
Yes.
And you're like, you think that's funny?
Right.
Like, yeah. And then you come back with something even better.
Right.
Yeah, no, I could totally see that in you. That's so fun. All right, let's fast forward now. Because I just was curious, like, how was it for your mom? Because that is something that would be very difficult as a mom with daughters. But I suppose when your spouse, that's like all you know.
Right.
So it's like it's normal.
Right.
So him calling his daughter those things, she's being called that. So it's just like.
And you know, my dad, he would just say that about other women. So he was never, I don't recall him ever calling me fat, but just allowing them to do it.
Oh, gotcha.
You know,
I see what you're saying.
He would be in the same room as they were doing that to me and not be like, this is totally inappropriate.
Yeah, he wouldn't smack him upside the head.
No, he'd be like kind of agreeing.
Yeah,
but
kind of giggle.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so where did creativity or self-expression fit into your life growing up?
That's really tough because I had so much depression that I don't think I have thoughts of being young and remembering or thinking, is there a drug I could take that I wouldn't have to be in this reality anymore?
Yeah.
Like, I was so intrigued by psychedelics.
Yeah.
Because I thought that you would just go into a whole nother reality.
Yeah.
And my life was so painful and so hard to navigate that I was just in survival mode.
Yeah.
I mean, school came naturally to me. So I did well in that arena. But I started using drugs at a very young age. At 10 years old, I started using cannabis. Excuse me.
Wow.
Yeah.
At 10.
10 years old.
How did you get access?
My dad had it.
Okay. Did he know you were doing it?
Yes.
Wow.
And he pulled me aside and was like, I can't believe you're taking my cannabis. And I was like, oh, I would never.
What?
And I would sell it to the boys in the neighborhood. And yeah, but it was like a relief for me
Yeah.
to be able to use something
Yes.
and to explore
Just-
that.
Mhm.
I got involved with a bad group of kids. All of them almost are dead
Oh,
of overdose.
in high school?
Yeah, they died shortly after high school of drug overdoses.
Yeah.
And whatever I had access to, I would use. And so I really didn't access my creativity until I
No,
left.
It was suppressed.
that home. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I started as I had my own life and I wasn't involved in that much trauma anymore. But I
Right.
moved out at 17.
Yeah.
Worked at Sammy's Pizza, lived with a friend.
Yeah.
Really didn't have any money, but was starting to get out of the tendrils of trauma and depression.
Oh, wow. All right. So then how did hairstyling come into the picture for you? At what point in your life?
So thank God it did. Let me just say that how amazing it is that we can have this trade that gives us access to an affordable or a way of living.
Yeah.
Like it can actually pay us.
Mm-hmm.
But I was working as a bartender at 17 years old.
Is that even legal?
I don't think it was, no. But my friends owned the bar.
Okay.
My friend's parents owned the bar.
Yeah.
And it was like a redneck bar. And I had a great time doing that.
I bet.
And the person who owned a salon would come in and, because I had gained that skill set of creating relationships outside of my family, I was a really good bartender. And she saw it and she was like, I'm looking for a receptionist. I think you're my girl. And so I started working as a receptionist. And then she was like, I saw all this money that these women were making.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, I could do that.
Yeah.
And she kind of took me under her wing, the owner of this business. And I had to go to school. And you remember that, beauty school, 40 hours a week of hell.
It's hell.
It is so much school.
Horrible.
Where you're just a slave.
Yep.
Doing pedicures all day long. Learning no skill of doing hair, by
And
the way.
doing things you don't even want to do, like nails and
Yes.
yeah.
And all you're learning is sanitization, which could be a 1-week course. I mean, it'd be so much better if we could do an apprenticeship.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
So I was going to school 40 hours a week, and then after school, I would go and work as a receptionist. So I was working, over 100 hours a week easily at that age. And then I got Epstein-Barr when I was doing that because that's just so unsustainable.
Yes.
But I got into the field, and I was able to support myself.
Yeah. That's awesome. So how old were you? 17? 18? Then when
I
you
had
went to
worked
beauty
as a
school?
receptionist for like a year.
Okay.
I graduated high school at 17, so I was like 18 or 19.
So you graduated, okay. Did you graduate early or you were just younger in your senior class?
Just younger.
Okay. What did being a hairstylist give you emotionally in that season?
Well, I don't know if you're like this, but that is how I make all my friends. Because
I have a lot of friends from it. Yeah.
I mean, you're just with these people. You don't have a phone. There's
Yep.
no technology.
Nope.
You're loving them.
And back when we started doing hair, we didn't.
We didn't have any of that. Yeah. Because we're so old. But you love them. I mean, you give yourself to them. You're
Yeah.
creating with them and you're taking care of them.
Yeah.
And then you become so enmeshed in each other's lives that I really started to find, well, I'm a naturally curious person, as you are.
Yep.
So you have this resource of an expert in every single field.
Yes.
I mean, I've got surgeons, I've got
Yeah.
financial advisors. I mean, you name it, I know an expert in that field. And so you can start to kind of pick away at questions you have about life and spirituality and creating anything you want to create because you've built relationships, you've networked.
Yep.
And then you have this incredible network to draw from.
Yes.
So for me, it was kind of just about building relationship skills and then building a network.
Yeah. Very cool. Looking back, do you think holding space for other women mirrored things you were working through yourself?
I don't know that I would say that so much. I mean, I
Okay.
think just in the context of all relationships.
Yeah.
Yes. I
Yeah.
mean, it's symbiotic. Like, I don't have a lot of boundaries in that regard. Like,
Yeah.
if you're coming in, you're going to be my friend and you're going to know
Yeah.
everything that's going on.
And if you don't come back, then we didn't jive.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm
That's
not going to
cool.
like reserve my story or myself
No.
I'm going to tell you everything. And the best ones are the ones that want that relationship.
Yes.
That want the symbiotic relationship where we both get to externally process our stuff. And then at the end, you just get beautiful hair.
Yeah. And that's what's so beautiful about our industry, I think. Like I have 8 stylists and everyone is so different. So like you're going to attract the clientele that's right for you. So I have one stylist who is very open, like trauma bonding almost with their clients, right? And then I have other ones who are very professional.
Sure.
And they just keep it very like, how are you all about the client? They don't talk about themselves. They're not comfortable talking about their personal life. And that's cool too.
Yes.
And they draw in those clients that love that. And then we have the stylist who's very quiet and doesn't really talk much. And so a lot of silent appointments. It's just so interesting. Like when you think of our industry and you think of hairstylists, you kind of think of one thing, or like one type of person, but it is so broad.
Someone for everyone.
There is.
Yes.
And it's so cool.
And people just trickle themselves out.
Yeah.
If it's not a match, it's not a match.
It's not a match, yeah.
And as a stylist, you have to just be like, at first it's hard.
Oh, you take it personally.
You take it personally.
Like there's something wrong with you. Yes. Because I have a lot of young stylists and so I've had to like train them through that. Like this isn't personal. It's actually good.
Right.
You don't want them in your chair then either.
No.
Because then they're going to, what should be filling your cup is going to feel like it's depleting you.
Yes.
And then you have to go to the next client and by the end of the day, you're exhausted. If you have clients that you're not driving with, by the end of the day, you have nothing left to give.
Yes.
But if you have clients that fill your cup, at the end of the day, you're like skipping and you're like, let's go work out.
Yes.
Like you've got the energy.
But it's a very hard, that is wisdom.
Mm-hmm. And it takes time. And it takes time to know how you are as a stylist too, like what does fill your cup and what does deplete you, because it's not the same for everybody.
Right.
But I think it's so cool. Okay. You've been really open about the role addiction played in your family. What was it like growing up in a home shaped by addiction? We kind of talked about that a little bit, but I want to go a little bit deeper into like the brother. Mm-hmm. So your brother feels like such a central part of your story. Can you tell us a little bit about him?
Well, if you hadn't met him, you would have fallen in love with him.
Mm-hmm. And this is your little brother?
Yes. His name's Parker. Let me just start by telling you, at his funeral, having been addicted to heroin for multiple years, there was women fighting over him at the funeral. What? No job. Just like personality for days. Like charming, beautiful, tender. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was a star athlete. He had a brain like you couldn't believe.
Yeah.
Everyone fell head over heels in love with him. They would pull him off the bench when he wasn't supposed to be playing because they needed him to win the games. He never learned a natural consequence a day in his life.
Nope.
He didn't have very good parenting or people around him who would give him structure like that.
Yeah.
But he and I had a different bond for sure. I think everyone kind of feels that way about him, but there was something about him, like when my dad and older brother would be mean to me, that he was a lot more tender.
Sure.
We had something that was different, and he couldn't really face me at the end. I saw through everything, and I saw through the manipulation, and he had to hide from that.
Yeah.
Which, I had to hide from that too, because I would have given him everything. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's hard not to. Yeah. Which is why I totally have forgiveness for my parents who were like,
you get it.
They were paying for his rent when he didn't have a job and he was addicted to drugs. Like they didn't want him on the street.
No.
They loved him so much and he was impossible not to love. I mean, a little bit of tough love. Who am I to say? I have no idea what would happen if that was my kid.
Yeah.
I mean, what a shitty situation.
Right.
But a little bit of tough love maybe would have been the dose of medicine that he needed.
Right.
But yes, he was charming, an angel, like otherworldly, had a lot of gifts. Mm-hmm. I miss the little shit.
Yeah.
He was pure
how
potential.
How old was he when he passed?
38.
Okay.
No. Excuse me. I was 38. He was 33.
33. When he passed from an overdose, how did that moment change you?
Okay. So Parker had a brain similar to my dad's. So neurodivergent, very, very smart. They put him on Ritalin as a young boy. And that primed his brain for addiction. On top of the trauma. I mean, not one of these things is isolated to
Right.
why he is the way that he is. But that for sure, as I look through that now, it's like, okay, so there was a young brain on Ritalin, and then he got sports injuries. And so he got on painkillers. And then he sort of spiraled and got on benzodiazepines, so like Ativan or anti-anxiety medication. So he was a product and a victim of medical system. And so that, looking at that now after he died, and then when he died of an overdose, he had methamphetamine, benzodiazepine, and fentanyl in his system.
Jeez. And
I feel like what we know about the medical industry now and how easily it can be indoctrinated, or how easily pharmaceutical companies can come and take over the medical education.
Yeah.
That really pisses me off, because he is a product of who knows what would have happened had he not been primed for addiction at a young age.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's tough.
It's tough.
It's a tough pill to swallow because it's just when you start to dig through that, then you see there could have been another path.
Yes. Yeah. And some people take medication like that and don't get addicted.
Yeah.
His was coupled with trauma.
Right.
So I can't blame it fully.
Right.
But that really opened my eyes to pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
And how they can hurt us and how we just really blindly trust that.
Yeah. We trust a system that's broken.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Yes.
Yes. Because we really didn't know better then. Information's coming out now where we're starting to be a little more educated, thank God.
Yes.
But yeah, that is so hard. What did that last shift with how you see health, substances, or the idea of normal in our culture? So we kind of just talked about that. So how has that shifted your life?
Well, it was interesting because when he died, so remember, I move out when I'm 17. I get pregnant at 25. I'd had a lot of years of some self-development between 17 and 25. A lot of partying, and then a lot of intentional dealing with my trauma. And then I'm raising this baby, and she's just old enough when he dies that there's some space in my life again.
Yeah.
And I'm able to sort of look and grieve. So he dies, and when someone dies, as you are well aware, it's not just that you're grieving the person that died. I had to grieve my childhood, my relationship I deserved to have with him, the life that he deserved to have.
Yeah.
I mean, so many layers of that, but I did. It was like a gift because and then I got to see my family dynamics. I hadn't been talking to my father for years. And then we all had to get together to plan this funeral, which was mostly on my shoulders, and they all went to pick up his ashes and didn't invite me. But yet I'm responsible
for all the things.
But that's a gift in a lot of ways too, because I'm looking at it from a different consciousness now too, where I'm seeing all the family dynamics play out and my role in them. And then also grieving this just little girl and everything she had to go through.
Yeah.
So it's he died and the floodgates were opened and I could just accept it, grieve it, and through that, heal it. So healing happened from his death too.
Yeah.
Even though it was so painful.
So painful.
So painful.
It's the hardest way to heal.
Oh.
It really is. And you're right. It's when you're going through that grief, for my niece, because a lot of people it's not so much what was, it's what could have been.
Yes.
Because when they're young, it's there's so much life still to live. And that's the hardest part to grieve for me, is just knowing what the relationship could have been.
Of course.
Right? What would it have been like to have an adult relationship with my niece? So I get that. That's and it's grief. It's not it's not you just go through it and then you're done with it.
Right. I wish.
It's not. It's healing every day.
I was just last night in the sauna thinking about having this conversation with you and just crying for about an hour, just like, I miss you, little brother. Like,
Yeah. It's a constant.
I'm sorry you lived in squalor. I'm sorry that was the end of your life. It's painful that's how it ended, and that's how it was for you.
That's the reality. And as much as we wish we could change it, we can't.
Right.
Oh, it's so hard. So much of healing is recognizing patterns, especially the ones we swore we'd never repeat. Isn't that the truth? When did you realize you had repeated familiar relationship dynamics? Do you feel like you because we all have it.
Yeah.
I mean, we do. Like there's things like, I'll never be like that, or my mom did that, I'm never going to do that. And then you're like doing it and you're like, frick. Where did that come from? I swore I would never do that. What are some of those things in your life?
Yeah. Okay, so my dad, he's like 5'6".
Yeah.
Barrel-chested.
Oh, it's 5'6".
Yep.
Yeah.
Like balding.
Sure.
My daughter's father, also short, also barrel-chested, also balding, also an addict.
Okay.
like they even look alike.
The pattern repeated.
It's so funny that I was that blind.
But you didn't see it then.
No, not at all. I was head over heels. Like, let's have this child together. And he's been sober now, so I have to give him credit for 3 years or so.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and really healed himself quite a bit. But that I had to play that out, and I was like so naive. I had thought that I had really. Because I had done 3 or 4 years of deep inner work until I got pregnant. And I was like, and this is it. I have figured it out. I understand that I'm a victim of addiction, and I understand those dynamics. And now I've healed it, and I am on my way to a happy, fulfilling life.
Yep.
And lo and behold, I had to deal with my father again in the form of my daughter's father, which is a gift in so many ways. It gave me the opportunity to learn how to stand up for myself. I remember, so he also was constantly telling me that I was fat and unattractive. And remember, I had internalized that. So that was my deep subconscious just being reflected in my relationship.
Yeah.
I am unworthy, I am fat, and I am unattractive, and I will never be worthy of this man or anybody. But then I had this baby.
Yeah.
And so I had this baby, and I laid my life down for her. And this is a gift from God, that you have this opportunity, and it just comes ingrained in your biology.
Yeah.
That you want to give your life for something else.
You die to yourself.
What a gift.
Yeah.
So I have her, and while I'm, by myself raising her, not sleeping at all, and she's colicky for, 8 years.
I hear you.
Oh, terrible.
It's like, how could something so precious and God-given be so evil all at the same time?
You don't get to sleep.
It's evil.
And it's just so important to sleep, and you never get to sleep. But, I was able to heal so much of what happened to me through my family by just giving her the love I didn't get.
Right.
And by being selfless for her and by protecting her, like that healed so much of me. And then I remember holding her, and he was in my kitchen, and he lived out of state for a large portion of her, infancy and toddlerhood. And he had come back into town to see her, and I was holding her, and he had said, You've never done anything in your life. You're worthless. And you've never accomplished anything. And I'm holding this baby.
You're like, yeah, right.
Right. I mean, I had practiced attachment parenting with her, which is just the end all be all of selflessness. And nursed her until she was 3.5. And
wow, that's incredible.
I mean, but in the same breath, like I didn't have someone helping me. So it's like, what, are you going to get up and get her a bottle? I mean, nursing
like,
it's
this
easier.
is way easier.
So I'm not that selfless,
Well,
but
but 3.5, that's a huge accomplishment.
That's a long freaking time.
No, give yourself a pat on the back for that one.
And I see her, and I see this thing that I accomplished, and everything aligned, and it's like, oh, I'm not going to take this.
No. Like that primal.
Yes. Like I did it. I am worthy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take this. And then, I broke up with him, and after that got into a lot more healthy, successful relationships because I healed that.
Yeah. Like you recognized.
And he helped me heal it.
Yeah, he did. It was part of your story.
Yes.
Yeah. That is so cool. What did it take to choose single motherhood and walk away from the chaos?
What did it take to choose single motherhood and walk away from the chaos?
Because like you kind of just shared a little bit about that.
Yeah.
It was that primal instinct almost of like you were healing without even knowing you were healing until you were faced with the moment.
Yes.
And then the moment came and something arose that you didn't even.
Yes. I mean, she healed me, you know.
Yeah.
Motherhood healed me because I was able to channel divine love.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not even channel it. I mean, it just comes.
It's like it's like a magic.
It's ingrained.
It's wild.
It is such a gift.
And you don't even realize that even when you're carrying the baby and you're pregnant, it's not there yet, really.
Yeah.
It's like as soon as you lay eyes on that little tiny human, there's just something that clicks.
I mean, I would be tortured for the rest of my life if it meant that she did. I mean, it's such an incredible experience.
Yeah.
I think you can get it in other ways.
Yeah.
But this is for sure is the easiest way to die to yourself.
Well, I think it's also just, it's how we were built.
Yes.
It's kind of like the human to procreate,
Yes.
right? And like it's part of the healing process, I think, in life. And it's also part of just the path.
Yes.
Is to procreate. And then
Yes.
that is what happens.
I mean, and I think if you have intentionality around it, I don't think maybe everybody.
Right. And there's people who, I mean, I know I have friends who didn't have that immediate click in the beginning, but it came eventually.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes that's a trauma that causes that block that and then eventually it comes to light. But it still brought healing.
Yes.
It's just a matter of when.
Yes.
But no, it is. There's like that primal thing comes up in you. There's nothing like that could stop a mom.
Nothing.
No, you're like, get out of my house. I'm done.
Right.
Yeah. That's awesome. Okay. What was that season like raising a baby while running your hairstyling business?
So running a business is all I've ever known. I'm sure you understand that. So
because even if you are commission, even if you're not technically running a salon, you're still running your business behind the chair.
Yeah, you're getting your clients. I guess you're just not doing like the taxes and that type of thing. But so running the business, it's a stressful job. You've actually taught me a lot about the ways in which I make it more stressful for myself. It's intense. It's physical.
Yeah.
It's like a constant, in a lot of ways, I was like a constant need for approval with what I was doing in that business. Wait, tell me the question again.
What was the season like raising a baby while running your hairstyling business? Because I mean, that's two really big things.
It's just hard to be a single mom of a really young child.
Yeah.
So it was just a lot of stress on me. But it's like you do what you have to do. I didn't know a different way. I dealt with not sleeping. I dealt with the stress. Mm-hmm. I mean, of course, it all came crashing.
To a head.
Yeah.
It always does.
You
think you're invincible until you're not.
Of course.
How did becoming a mom change the way you viewed your own health and boundaries? Because I feel like that's huge. When you become a mom, you start to really pay attention.
Yeah, because you don't want to put any chemicals on this beautiful little precious perfect baby. Mm-hmm. Yes. So I had a home birth with her, and I had been in that world already for a number of years of just, I think obviously like my brother being part of the pharmaceutical hurt by the pharmaceuticals was part of that. So I'd been in kind of like, I'd been eating organically. I'd been trying to obtain a certain amount of health. But then I didn't actually have the right type of information to apply to that. I tried and tried and tried. And then you'd think like, okay, well, here I am raising a baby by myself and running a business. Well, what I must do is also work out on top of that.
Why not?
And the workouts I would do would be like high intensity intervals, because at that time, that's kind of what everyone.
That was the fad.
Right.
I mean, it kind of still is sometimes.
It kind of still is.
And it's not good for our nervous system.
I mean, I was just beating myself to a bloody pulp. I mean, it was hard on my system, and I didn't know that that's what I was doing.
Right.
Which is part of why I want to help people now, like
Yes.
especially women, to apply the right type of stimulus so that we get the adaptations that we want in our
Yes.
body.
Mhm.
And it's similar with food too.
Yeah.
I was trying so hard and getting no results,
Mhm.
and then also just getting sicker.
Yeah. Oh, let's go into that.
Okay.
Lyme's disease.
Yes.
So that's when your body stepped in and was like,
Yeah. Wake up, asshole.
yeah, what are you doing at 29? So you're 29 and your body completely shut down. What were the first signs something was seriously wrong?
This was so scary. So I had a friend whose daughter had cancer, and I was going and cleaning her house once a week because I just felt like, what could you do for a friend who's going through something like that? But as I was cleaning, my hands wouldn't hold on to anything.
Mm.
So it's like I would be telling my hands to hold something, and I would just drop it. Which was terrifying.
Scary.
So that's really neurological, and I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
I had no idea what was happening. And then I had vertigo so bad that it was making me puke.
Yeah.
So wherever I was standing, I would be dizzy. And I couldn't get out of bed. I mean, there was weeks that I couldn't get out of bed, and then I couldn't retrieve vocabulary.
Oh my gosh.
So someone would come in and they'd have a purse, and I'd be saying, "That's such a cute." And
The
it was like
word
my
would escape.
system was malfunctioning.
Yeah.
So I go into the doctors, which is kind of crazy because I'd been seeing a naturopath, but I think a lot of times when you're faced with something that scary, you're like, oh my God.
I have to go to the doctor.
Yeah, like there's got to be a more serious doctor that's going to help me. And they said, they thought I had MS, and then they thought I had a brain tumor.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, oh, this is it. This is the end. Like,
This is it.
And, it turns out it was a neurological Lyme, which is a late stage Lyme infection. The little bacteria are shaped like spirals, and they spiral themselves into your soft tissue, which is why a lot of people get like sore joints.
Yeah.
It's like into the joint. Mine goes in my brain. It had moved past the blood-brain barrier, and it was
scary.
neurological. I know.
And it's like, it just gives you like the heebie-jeebies a little bit. Like,
terrible. And
from a tick.
From a tick.
From a stupid little slimy tick.
Well, and it could be sexually transmitted, and it could, we don't
can
really.
be?
Well, yeah, we don't really know.
What?
Yes, we don't know.
Do you think it can, what about flies?
It is certainly possible. I mean, Lyme came, in my opinion, and a lot of people don't love this theory, but it came from a lab that was studying Lyme and infectious diseases, and outside of Connecticut, in an island called Plum Island, 8 miles outside of Lyme, Connecticut, where they were studying infectious disease.
Yeah.
Lyme's been around for a long time. Okay, so we found it in mummies and but there was a resurgence after they were studying it at this lab. So we don't.
Isn't that interesting?
Yes, we don't know why it behaves the way that it behaves.
Interesting.
Because it's not like anything natural.
I did not realize it could be sexually transmitted.
Yeah, and there's no
hard.
These are speculative.
Yeah.
But once you dive into it, you're like, okay. I never had a tick.
Yeah.
I never pulled the tick
That's
up.
wild. Well, and my daughter Emmeline, so she has Lyme's, my middle daughter, and she was so she had a tick bite when she was a baby, when she was like 5 years old, and it was behind her ear. It's the only tick I ever have known that has bit her.
A deer tick?
No, it was just a regular tick. And I remember pulling it off and just being like, because she's like, she's a little girl, and she's like, my ear hurts. And I'm like rocking her. I'm like, what the heck? And then I felt, and I'm like, turn on the light, and I'm like, Andrew. And he comes up and flicks it off and whatever. I wish I would have had the knowledge I had now, because I would have put her on antibiotics right away just for like a day or two, just to kind of, but I didn't know. But she got diagnosed with Lyme's this fall. And I'm like, when did you get she's like, I don't know, but she did get fly bites.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, did you get it from a fly bite?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And then you put her because you told me you put her on the
We put her on 28 days. We have a naturopath. So we went, she's like, I don't mess with the Lymes. She's like, this is something, antibiotics, and then a protocol of gut health stuff too. So we did she's still on like a huge gut health regimen.
Good.
But yeah, so she did the 28 days. Hers was in the joint. It was knee. And then she had the bullseye on the leg. Isn't that weird?
Interesting. Because the bullseye is usually, right when you get bit.
Yeah, but
Interesting.
she didn't have a tick on her.
Yeah.
But in the bullseye was really faint. It was a really faint one where I'm like, is that something? So I drew a line around it and I took a picture because when I would take a picture without the, you couldn't barely even see it. It was just, we went to a swimming birthday party and she was in a swimsuit. And I'm like, what is that?
And you knew enough to know that was a bullseye?
Well, I had a feeling.
Okay.
I had a gut intuition that mom knowing, but I kind of suppressed it because I'm also sometimes I get anxious about oh my gosh, what's wrong with you? You know what I mean? Then I freak out. So I'm like, okay, calm down that and we're just going to keep our eye on it. And then it went away. But then a month later, her knee started hurting. And instantly I sent a message to the naturopath. I'm like, here's a picture of the ring she had on her leg. She was having some behavioral things too, kind of like something's wrong. Like at night she'd get anxious and there's something wrong. And it was all Lyme. So we're still keeping our eye on things, but I'm just like, did it come from a tick? Could it have happened from when she was little and it's just now resurfacing?
Right.
But then with that, it's just there's so many unknowns still.
Absolutely.
And it's kind of frustrating.
And the Doxy didn't work for me. I was
didn't.
months intravenous.
Oh, wow. Yeah, thank God it helped almost instantly with her joint pain. So I'm thinking we caught it kind of early, I'm assuming.
It sounds like you did.
Yeah, because both of her tests too came back positive for Lyme's, which the doctor's like, sometimes that doesn't even happen. Sometimes they don't come back positive and you do have Lyme's. She's like, so I'm hoping it was, maybe she just got a little bite that we didn't even.
And you retested after the antibiotics?
We have not retested.
Okay.
We probably should.
Yeah, you'd do that for sure.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Wow. Okay. So what did late stage neurological Lyme look like in your daily life? It was your hands, you said. Words were hard.
Energy
And dizziness, the vertigo.
Yeah, and it was years.
Oh my gosh, Bree.
Yeah, it was. And then raising a toddler.
Single.
Brutal. Exhaustion.
How did you do hair? Did you kind of stop?
You know how I did
pushed
it.
Through. You just ruined your system more.
Yes. Well, you have to survive.
Yeah. You're like, I have to make money.
Yes.
But it's, oh.
Yeah, you just feel like shit.
Yeah.
And then guess what? I was still doing high intensity interval training.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, that had to have been so scary. Did you ever fear you wouldn't be able to show up for your daughter the way you wanted to?
Absolutely.
Because you thought it could be the end.
Yes. And I remember even seeing, because obviously growing up how I grew up and hearing what I heard, I remember having a thought where I saw someone who was overweight and I thought, Bree, you always used to think that was the end of the world.
Yeah.
And now here you're facing sort of maybe the end of your world. And how stupid are you?
And just how dumb those things are.
Yes.
But hindsight's always
Of course.
20/20.
And to just be like a healthy body.
Yeah.
No matter what it looks like.
What size it is. Healthy is what's the most important. Yeah. So healing wasn't a quick fix.
No.
It was a long reclaiming.
Yes.
Your healing took over a decade.
Yeah.
What did that actually involve?
I don't even know if we have enough time, girl. It's like, for the first year I did colloidal silver, which is like a natural antibiotic because once it's late in the game, antibiotics don't touch the bacteria because it spirals so deep into your body.
Yeah.
And so, and then your immune system can't really touch it without destroying your own soft tissues.
Yeah.
And thank God it can't because I would have no brain.
Right.
So.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
So I did the colloidal silver, which can actually turn you blue.
Like your skin.
Yeah, forever. And so I had to be really cautious with that. I worked with a naturopath, my friend Jocelyn Strand. She's an amazing doctor. Fistful of supplements, colonics, paleo diets, along with spiritual, deep psychological work. I had to redo the entire way I work out. I had to redo the entire way my nervous system was functioning.
Your whole life, you had to shift.
Everything. Everything had to change.
Did you feel like you could, when you started making those changes, could you start feeling it like clicking into place almost? Like, okay, like
Yeah, it's more like a wave, like it would click into place and then you'd feel better and then you'd bring
You
in
drop out.
Yeah, you'd bring in more bullshit chemicals
And that
you'd tank again.
Yeah.
And then you have to, so it's like this wave that you ride because it's so hard to sustain like perfect living.
Yeah, it's really difficult. It's almost impossible.
It's almost impossible.
It really is.
Yeah. And what you want is a system that can handle that.
Mm-hmm.
What I didn't have was a system that can handle that.
Yeah.
So it's like building your system up to be able to interface with toxicity all the time.
Yeah.
But, I'm just like a canary in a coal mine too. Like my body's just like, hey, we're in poison.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, wake up.
Yeah.
And I do believe that I had to go through a lot of that. Like I really think it's more like divine. Like, like if you're making a plan before you come to Earth School, it's like, what did I set myself up with God to learn?
Yeah.
And it's like, how did I have to build that inside of myself? Yeah. And now I feel like I'm kind of coming out on the other end where I'm like, oh.
I get it now.
Yeah.
I see. Oh, but it's exhausting. That's a lot. It's a lot. And I'm just in the beginning stages of my health journey when it comes to what I'm going through. And it's just like, it can be overwhelming.
Yes.
And it's like, when will you start to see and feel the differences?
I know.
It takes time. And my naturopath said, this is a marathon. This is not a sprint. Like, it's not going to be overnight. It's going to be blood work and testing and making sure we're taking the right things and doing the right things. And it's
Which
a lot.
is really frustrating.
Yeah.
Really frustrating, especially in the culture that we live in, where you think like, oh, I'll just start taking creatine. I'm going to feel amazing.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this one thing.
Yeah.
And it's going to just help.
All the gurus say it.
Right.
So it's got to work.
Right.
But then you see people who are eating like freaking, and you're like, how are you fine? Like,
I know.
I don't get it.
I know.
It's like, how are you still like fine?
I even think that with like, how do you not gain weight?
Yeah.
I see you eating 8,000 calories a day.
Yeah.
If I eat over 1,500, I see it in my love handles. Like,
Oh, for sure. I was talking to a client about it. I'm like, I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense.
it's really, really hard to navigate.
It is. And everybody's different and everybody has their own. And we are in an industry that is a toxic chemical industry. And we didn't know better in the beginning. We weren't taught. We were never told how toxic this industry was.
No.
So I just did all the things that everyone was doing, freaking pouring barbicide with bare hands. Like, I mean, we were told not to do that, but like, I didn't think anything of it.
No, and people don't realize like how high the percentage of cancer is, bladder cancer.
For stylists.
And because, that's the system that's getting our toxins out.
Yes.
And we're holding so many toxins.
Yes.
And then we're also holding our pee.
Yes.
Because we're working so hard.
All the time.
So we're holding toxic chemicals in our body.
All day, 10 hours. Stupid.
Also other types of cancers too, just from the chemical exposure.
Yeah. So it's like once you know better, you do better, or you should do better. Actually, you don't do better. You have the choice.
Right.
Once you know better, then you have the choice to make the right decision.
And we are still the minority.
Yes. It's not common.
It's more expensive.
It's color alone. A tube of my color is 4 to 5 times more expensive than a traditional toxic color.
Right. Right.
So I get it. Products, I get why stylists choose the cheaper route, because then it's like, then there's the fear of like, oh, I'll have to raise my prices and then my clients are going to be okay with it. And it's like, you know what? You have to get to the point though where you're like, my health and my client's health is more important than the dollar.
Yes.
And raise your prices.
And people are waking up.
Yep.
People are waking up to that they don't want the toxic chemicals on their head anymore.
No, and they perform just as good, if not better.
Yes.
You just have to find the right ones. Okay. Healing for you wasn't a quick fix. We kind of talked about that. How did intuition and spirituality become part of your healing?
I mean, they are so coupled. It is life.
Yeah.
Your spirituality, you can work from the top down and the bottom up. Mm-hmm. So I do believe you can heal yourself by dealing with your trauma. Mm-hmm. A lot of times, then you heal the physical manifestations of that.
Yeah.
And the other is true. You can heal your body and then be able to connect more spiritually. Mm-hmm. And so both things I was accessing at one time. And I did have just crazy amounts of spiritual development when my body started getting well.
Yeah.
And that's really what got me on this path is like when I started grounding and I started detoxing, I started to be able to go into meditation and communicate with the divine. I like to use really broad terms about spirituality because I don't want to be exclusive with anybody. I want everybody to know that exists within them no matter what you call it.
You have access.
Yes.
All the time. Everyone has that access.
And it's so much easier when you're not burdened with a high toxic load. So for me, I participated in some plant medicine ceremonies. I was understanding where some of my illness was related to emotional trauma. I was able to sort of deal with that and then integrate it, all while still, doing the physical things to help me navigate that and integrate that. I had a huge healing after my brother died. I got sick again and then got also a lot better after that, after I buckled down and did the physical stuff. And then I found, which is like so woo-woo for a lot of people, but I found, and you and I connected on this and talked about this a little bit, that I can communicate with the divine when I allow myself time and space away from technology. And typically for me, it's in the woods, but I'm actually getting a calling and messages and advice when I am quiet enough to listen to it. And that's, again, available and accessible to every
everyone.
Single human.
Yes,
and you can call it prayer, and you can call it meditation, and you can call it active meditation. You can call it whatever you want.
Yeah.
It is available to you. And that is what's going to get us out of the mess that we're in.
For sure.
I think.
And I think sometimes it comes down to desperation.
That's very true.
I talk about this all the time of like, we do things a lot in our own power. Like we push through. Like we don't feel well. We push through because we have to survive. But we have that in us that at any time we can tap into. But sometimes you forget about it when you're not desperate enough.
Yes.
And then when you become so desperate that nothing else is helping, you're like, oh, that's right.
I got to tap into this.
I got to tap into God. Like what? Like it's so easy.
Well, because it's uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable because you have to quiet yourself.
Yes.
And being quiet and sitting still is so uncomfortable at first.
It's uncomfortable all the time.
Is it?
For me.
For me, I crave it now.
I do too, but I still will be like, just this one thing.
Yes.
I'm just going to do this first.
Or you constantly have to I do visualization meditation, and it's my favorite way to pray and meditate. And so it's like actually like having visions and visualizing, like sitting at the feet of Jesus or sitting next to him and having a conversation or having coffee. Yes. And it just feels more real, and I'm able to connect better that way. But there are times where I'm like, I'm in this like Zen, this peace, and I'm like, oh, that's right. I need to do the dishes. I'm like, wait, no, focus. You know what I mean? Yes. It is because everything's technology and fast paced, and our nervous systems and our bodies don't know how to do this. It's a training.
And it's dopamine addiction.
Yes.
I am for sure addicted to dopamine.
We all are.
And
we have to be. We've got we are.
Right. Which is so sad.
It sucks.
But it's like restricting yourself from that. And the young kids call it raw dogging life, which I love.
That's so funny. It's so true.
Just have nothing and be in the space of nothing.
Yeah.
Which is where all the wisdom is and is accessible to us.
And that's where peace is and true joy.
And healing.
Yes. Oh, I love it. It's so beautiful. Now I want to get into your product line that you have now. So this is where everything starts to come together. Lyme's left you with painfully dry skin.
Yes.
What wasn't working in mainstream or natural skincare? So what you don't need to drop names necessarily, but what did you try that just wasn't working?
Everything.
You tried toxic and clean and just nothing was giving your skin the nourishment that it needed.
Everything.
Yeah.
Eucerin, Vanicream.
Vaseline, probably.
Yeah. Everything from the co-op.
Yeah.
Everything that I could find that was natural. Coconut oil,
Yeah.
avocado oil, cocoa whatever, butter, thank
Yeah.
you. Shea butter. I mean, nothing would actually penetrate my skin and heal it. Nothing. Nothing. And then I did a deep dive into skincare. Let me just tell you, it is all bullshit. And it pisses me off so much that we have been so bamboozled that all it is marketing. And we're literally sold into putting chemicals on our skin that we spend our hard-earned money for, thinking it's going to make us beautiful. And really, what works on your skin is moisture.
Yeah, you need moisture.
You need moisture. You need to protect your skin barrier.
Yeah.
Which is the sebum that hangs out on the outside of your skin, which is the oil that it produces. That's what's protecting you from all of the toxins from absorbing into your body.
Yeah.
I mean, and if you can maintain that sebum, you're going to stop your skin from wrinkling, from any sort of damage. Damage just means, ugly skin or inflammation. But yet we don't know that. Because we say, oh, this eye cream is going to make your whole life better.
Yeah.
It's going to stop you from being ugly.
Yep. It's like, how is that? Okay, cool. I'll buy 10.
And I'll buy it. I mean,
I'll buy 10. I'll
still
slather all
want
over my body.
Even knowing what I know now, that's how deep the propaganda goes in my subconscious.
Yeah.
It's like, if you tell me I will be beautiful, and I still believe in being beautiful.
Yes.
And you do too.
Yes. We're in the industry of beauty. Yes.
I love to be beautiful. And I feel like it's part of my spiritual path.
Yeah.
To love who I am and to feel good about how I portray myself on the outside. And I don't think that being spiritual means you have to have dreadlocks, although I did try that too.
Yeah. I almost did that once as well. Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's just another form of expression, But I certainly think you can have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
It's just we have to help people get the education and the knowledge.
Understanding.
To be there.
Yeah. Yeah. So how did beef tallow enter the picture? So you tried all the things, nothing worked. What were you like, beef tallow, beef fat, let's try it.
Okay. So I don't stop. Part of my path is that I had to learn everything.
Yeah.
I had to look under every crevice and learn it. And thank God I did, because now I've accumulated all this knowledge.
Yes.
So I read and I read and I read and I read. And before it was out of desperation. And then it just sort of clicked that this is my passion.
Yeah.
I love to help heal people. I love to heal myself. And so I'm on all these message boards and all of these crazy areas of the internet, which ironically is where a lot of men have been hanging out.
Interesting.
So like the Huberman husbands, for example, like these people who are into biological hacking.
Yes.
And that's kind of my world now. That's like where I'm really finding a lot of innovative, where ancient healing meets new technology.
Yeah.
And so I have learned a lot from men, which in an industry, like you have 3 girls, I have 3 girls. I am with women all of the time. I mean, I grew up with brothers, but my world is like feminine.
Yes.
And I developed a whole new sense of admiration and respect for the masculine and what they have been providing, and sort of their ability to have a level of discernment where they are not as easily swayed and manipulated by
marketing
and their emotions.
Yes. Yes.
And so they can—
Facts over feelings.
Yeah, they can kind of cut through a lot of bullshit. And so they have helped me dramatically. I mean, dramatically. I'm so grateful that I have found these men who are finding these different modalities. And so a lot of the men went into more of like a carnivorous lifestyle because they were healing their guts through that.
Yeah.
Because the vegetables and the grains were creating permeable guts. And if they found that they just ate meat, they grew a thicker gut lining.
Yeah.
And so through that sort of place in the internet, they also started experimenting because the ancients did this, right? So all of our ancestors protected their skin with animal fat.
Yeah.
And we still see vestiges of that, like when we look at people who ski the Birkie, they put petroleum on their face.
Yeah.
People who swim in cold water will put petroleum, but it obviously wasn't always petroleum.
Yeah.
It was fat from animals.
Yeah.
And so people were doing that, the ancient Finns And Russians were doing that before they would sauna. Because think about that. I mean, anytime you're going out into an extreme environment or
hot or cold,
it's going to suck that sebum right off your skin. And then you're so vulnerable.
Yeah.
And so they knew.
They knew. How did they know? That's what I want to know. It's like, how are they like, let's just slather our bodies with this fat?
Right. I
brilliant.
don't know. It's just brilliant. And so the animal fat is almost identical to the sebum of your skin.
Ah.
I mean, it's the most identical.
Closest.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And so your skin sees it, recognizes it, and accepts it really
as
deep.
its own.
Yeah. And the cow eats a bunch of grass.
Yeah.
And then it stores vitamins A, D, E, and K in its from the grass in its fat. And then you put that on your skin.
And you're putting all those vitamins
Yes.
in. What? That is so cool.
I know.
Wow. Okay. So at what point, so obviously you've learned this through lots of deep diving and educating yourself and exploring. At what point did you realize like, I need to share this with the world?
So I have it's a calling. It's like a, when I was doing those meditations.
Yeah.
And I was almost channeling or communicating, learning from myself and from whatever God and whatever it is as I'm on these meditations, understanding the sort of dire place that humanity's in. If Americans, 74% of us have a chronic illness.
Yeah, that's baloney. Yeah.
Like I've been called to help humanity, to get us out of this. Because no, I don't think anyone's coming to save us.
No.
You know? And I hear the calling and I understand now. It's like it hit me like a slap in the face. Like you've gone through all of this because it's your turn to bring this information and to help the humans who are half dead. And who can't really open their eyes to it because it's too scary. Yeah. And they want to bury their heads in the sand.
Right. And they're just too desperate.
And they're desperate. And they think it's all crazy. And they've been propagandized in so many ways that they think the chemicals are the solutions. And that their bodies are not capable of healing themselves. And your body is so capable of healing itself once you get the toxins out of it.
Yeah. It's a little more work.
Yep.
That's the thing. I think people are scared to do the work. Too, because it is a little more work to do it naturally.
But you feel, I mean, I feel the best I've ever felt in my entire life.
Yes, but it's worth it.
It is. If I could just give this gift, like how you could actually feel to my fellow humans, what a blessing. Like you don't even know that you can feel well and that you can connect to the divine because you're so overloaded. How do we get the message out there? Yeah. And so that, so then creating a brand where it's like, what are we putting on our largest organ all of the time? For me, it was like skincare, and then deodorant, where, you're blocking your lymph nodes from detoxifying. Yeah. And so for me, it's like those two things makes such a big difference because you're absorbing so much chemical from those. If I can get those out to the people.
Yeah. Start simple. It's simple. It's a daily thing you live in the north. You're using lotion almost daily. But it's like a daily thing.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I love it. And you gifted me with a little one of it and I'm obsessed.
Can you believe it works so well?
I have such dry skin and I at night used to do 3 layers of different products. And now I only use that at night. I still in the morning have my little routine, but at night, I slather that stuff over my face, my décolleté, my neck. I'm like, where else can I put it? My elbows.
My elbows, yeah.
Like, have you thought about making like a body lotion?
Yeah, I mean, you can use the lotion over your entire body and your face.
Okay.
Like I have one specifically formulated for just face too.
Okay.
It's just tough because you got to put so much into it, and so it can be expensive. But people are buying expensive lotion.
Oh, I would buy it. I mean, because what? It's like a thing of the balm is what, $44 for the big one, and it's $22 for the smaller one.
Yeah,
and I mean, you gave me the big one, right? And I still have it. And my daughter's been using it on her hands every night. I mean, it lasts a long time. Little goes a long way. I overuse it because I just love to be drenched. And then I do my red light therapy over the top of it.
And because that is also mixed with the methylene blue, which is the antioxidant, which the red light therapy is also doing that. So you're getting a double whammy of basically cellular rejuvenation.
Yes. Oh, love it. It's a great product.
Thank you.
All right. So let me see where we're at. All right, the bigger mission. So you kind of talked about that. Yeah. So why is nervous system regulation and clarity such a core part of your mission?
Because it connects you to the divine.
Yeah.
Because,
simple.
Yes.
It's easy.
Because understand this. We know that when your nervous system is functioning, it's healthier. Your nervous system is how you're perceiving the world.
Yeah.
Okay. When your nervous system is healthier, so we know, for example, if you sleep 8 to 9 hours, you can perceive more of the color spectrum.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I don't think I knew that.
So your reality
looks different.
Is different.
Like physically looks different.
Yes. You can also perceive more emotional nuance in conversation. Those are just some of the things we know.
What is your sleep routine? What time do you go to bed at?
I have an alarm clock set for my evening, and I go to bed at 10 o'clock.
And then
I sit under red light for a half an hour from 9:30 to 10. Okay. And then
with no distractions.
No distractions.
You just enjoy it, soak it up.
Yep. Just get quiet with myself. And I don't use any overhead lighting.
Okay.
For the last hour of the night.
Okay.
And I sleep is like so incredibly important to me now because I am also like a highly active human being, as are you.
Yeah.
So I am causing a lot of stress on my muscular system.
During the day, yeah.
Yes, and I have to recover. If I don't recover, I won't build muscle, and then all of my time in the gym means nothing.
Right. Yeah.
It's also why I don't drink.
Yeah.
Because then I can't build muscle. And so for me, it's just like that's such a priority to me to have that beautiful tissue that's creating a more balanced hormonal system and a more balanced skeletal system, and it's supporting my ligaments and joints, that I'm just willing to. And then it's like once you do it and then it feels good, you're like, oh,
why have I not done this my whole life?
I can feel good, and all I have to do is implement a little bit
more
of discipline.
Sleep. Yeah, a little more sleep.
A little more sleep.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you wish women understood about their bodies that no one ever taught them?
First and foremost, that muscle is one of the most important things you can do for yourself. I mean, you go on Instagram. I don't know if your feed is like this because everyone's is different. Mine is just like the importance of perimenopause and muscle.
Yes, and muscle.
Yeah, and I hate to say it to be the bearer of bad news, but Pilates doesn't build you muscle. Yoga doesn't build you muscle. Like walking doesn't build you muscle. Running doesn't build you muscle. You got to lift heavy shit. You have to train. We've been giving men the right fitness information. And there is fitness information that can make you adapt. Building muscle is an adaptation process. And there is science behind that.
Yeah.
And it's also training your nervous system. And there's science behind that. And so when you apply the right science, you really can build and shape the body that you want. And I don't care who you are at the end of the day, you want your body to look a certain way. Yeah. I mean, maybe you don't. I guess that's me. Yeah.
I feel like most women probably have an idea what they would want their body to look like.
Yeah, and it's hard for them to admit it, because we've had like the body positive movement, which is wonderful. Thank God we had that. I mean, we grew up in the early 2000s when it was called heroin chic to be thin. And we had zippers that were approximately 1.5 inches tall.
And you had to sit like this.
And your underwear would hang
your
over
butt
them.
cheeks would be like your butt cracks hanging out because the pants are so low.
And your literal uterus is like
and you're like
over.
sucking everything in because, it was horrendous.
Just brutal.
Yeah.
Absolutely brutal.
Yeah.
So we grew up in that time. So the body positive movement made sense. But now it's like you're almost shamed for saying like,
being healthy.
Yeah. I don't want to look overweight or I don't want to carry.
Like obesity is bad.
Yes.
Like,
it is
healthy.
bad.
It is.
And excess fat on your body is just, it stores extra toxins.
And it's hard on your system and your bones and
bad. I mean, you feel so much better when you don't have it. And then your body just functions at its completely different level. I mean, to be able to pull myself up and do 10 pull-ups.
That's impressive.
I mean, it feels
so good.
so good. I do them all the time because I can just move my body around in space. I have so much strength.
Yes.
And if I could give that to every woman.
Yeah.
I mean, I've trained a few women and it's really, really difficult to get through. We all grew up, or at least our generation, reading like Self magazine and like, this is what you have to do to be fit.
Yeah.
And it gave us such horrible information. Remember, meanwhile, the men in the 80s were, even the 80s, I mean, before that, were lifting heavy metal.
Oh, yeah.
Eating enough protein, taking the creatine.
They're doing all the things.
They weren't really running. They weren't really ruining their thyroids. The whole time they've been given this message that building muscle is the answer. And they're so much better off for that.
Yeah.
So much better off. And we've been getting the message, well, you don't want to get bulky. And girl, let me tell you, I have been trying 8 years to get bulky. You gain ounces of muscle a month if you're lucky. And that's the other thing is like, you're going to start working out and then you give up because in 1 month you're not seeing your shoulders get big.
It's a marathon. It's a long,
and it's discipline.
Well, and it's supposed to be fun.
Yes.
So it's kind of one of those things, if you're doing it just to get that quick hit and you're like, I just want to bulk up quick. It's like, well, for what purpose?
Right.
Like it's supposed to be for the long haul.
For the rest of your life, you should be moving
and I
heavy
think
stuff.
that sometimes when people hear like, oh, you got to lift, it's like, it doesn't have to be difficult either.
No.
It's not like you have to go do 700 sets.
No.
It's like even 10, 15 minutes of lifting weights a day.
2 times a week, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
The beginner could easily start building a ton of muscle doing
It's
that.
wild. It's called Arms by Tunde on the Peloton. Oh, you would love Tunde. She's ripped. She's a gorgeous human being, but she has this arm workout and it's, between 10 and 35 pound weights you use and it's different exercises and you do it 3 times a week. It's 10 minutes a day, 3 times a week. So it's 30 minutes a week.
Yeah.
That's it. And you get like massive definition after. It's a 6-week program. And she's like, just rinse and repeat. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
That is the thing about lifting weights is it's you want to do the same thing over and over and over again. So you can, it's called progressively overload it. Add more stimulus to the nervous system. You're communicating to the nervous system and the nervous system is creating more muscle because it's saying, oh, you're going to put more on. Now I have to add more muscle. So it's a communication that you're having. And if you feel overwhelmed by that or you think like, oh, that's so boring, just find a trainer.
Right. Have some, and it's okay for it to be boring.
Yes.
Why do we always have to be chasing the next thing? It's okay for your workout to be boring.
I think it's dopamine.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like dopamine restriction stuff out there too, where it's like work out without music. Yeah. Work hard for something. Like prime your dopamine receptors.
Interesting. Oh my gosh, I'm so intrigued.
Yeah, and like don't wake up in the morning and go on your cell phone right away because you're going to flood your brain with dopamine. You only get so much dopamine for the day. So you can practice restricting that to yourself. And the way that you get the best amount of dopamine is by working hard for something. Yeah. That's what the reward system is for. Yeah. But we've hijacked it. Yeah. So that we get it from the stupid phone.
It's so dumb. I would be okay. Well, I say I'd be okay if technology just went crashing. I'd be a little sad because my whole business runs on technology. But man, even for a good solid week, let's just crash it. I know. Just have a week off.
Like a reboot.
Yeah.
A reset.
And let's just go back to I just think of as we were kids, how we were able to just go play outside. Yeah. My mom would be home at sundown. She couldn't get a hold of me. If I had to get a hold of her, I'd have to find a payphone, call collect. And people didn't have access to you immediately.
Right.
It was you'd go home, you'd listen to the voice machine because people had to leave messages on a machine.
We're so old.
And you had your phone connected to the wall so you couldn't hide in your bedroom and talk. You know what I mean? It's just such a different world now where, it's definitely messed up our whole systems.
And we were so lucky.
We were. I feel like we were the generation that we were real lucky.
Because we grew up without it.
Yeah.
And then we got it. And then the world got smaller. Because technology isn't inherently evil.
No. There's a lot of beauty and good from it.
Of course, think of
connection
how much
and
health, even just to understand what's happening in our food systems and to find people who have that information. The internet has really brought that to us. But, the hijacking of the dopamine and the addiction portions of our brain are really, really suffering from that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see with the next generation.
I know. And like we do a little reboot where we go into the Boundary Waters for a week every summer. And it's amazing how grounded you are and how you don't miss your phone at all and how you just slide into like being in the cycles of nature.
It's the best. Every Sunday we do Sabbath and it's my favorite.
And you go no phones?
No devices, no phones. Sometimes we'll turn on the TV and watch a movie together as a family, but no phones, no devices. Everything gets locked up.
Stop it
every
right
Sunday.
now. And how do the kids feel?
They at first had a hard time.
Okay.
I would say actually I probably had a harder time in the beginning, but no, we love it now. My girls let me play board games. It just gives us that time. I always just say, is this something that brings worship or stress? Like which one is it? Like if there's something that we're doing that's not bringing us together as a family, or I call it worship, then it's not meant for Sunday. So it's given us more opportunity to like paint, because I love painting and I never get to be together as a family. Board games, we will, like this time of year, we'll watch like a Christmas movie together and snuggle up on the couch. So yeah, I love Sabbath. It's the best thing that I've ever done.
I need to implement that. That is, what a good mom.
Yeah. Well, it was a little battle at first.
Sure.
But no, we've been doing it now for probably 5 or 6 months. And some Sundays are better than others. There's some Sundays, like a couple Sundays ago, there was like a big emergency within the salon that I ended up having to be on my phone all day, but I felt it the entire week. Like I felt like I didn't get my recharge like I normally do.
And do you feel yourself going for the phone?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's just like, ugh, yuck. So you just feel like when you have that day just to completely unplug and decompress and not go on social media, don't go on the internet, no ChatGPT, no, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It feels so good.
No AI. Even.
No AI, nothing.
You use your own brain.
You use your own brain. It is the best. I highly recommend it.
I'm going to do it.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for coming on today. Bree's story is such a reminder that healing isn't linear and that purpose often grows from the places that almost broke us. I'll have all of her information linked in the show notes. And if something in this conversation stirred something in you, I'd encourage you to pay attention to that. That's usually where the work begins. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Your time is valuable, and I'm honored you spent it here. I hope something in this conversation met you right where you are. If it stirred something in your spirit or spoke to your heart, I'd truly love to hear about it. My DMs are always open. I love connecting with you. And as you go, just remember, you're not walking through this life alone. Until next time, stay grounded, keep showing up, and keep leaning into the purpose that's been placed on your heart. I'll be right here, cheering you on with my whole heart.